Hi, this is Dr. Justin Marchegiani here, and today's talk is going to be on what you can do this holiday season to stay healthy and to survive all the holiday parties and all the big weight gain and all the colds and flus that go around. So one of the first things you can do is blood sugar stability. So what this means is a couple things. Before you go to the holiday party and indulge, overeating is always a strong potential, right? So we want to make sure we're having enough solid protein and fat ahead of time. When our blood sugar is more stable, when we're having good protein and fat in the body, that's going to stabilize our blood sugar. When our blood sugar is more stable, we're less likely to have cravings. So if we give yourself a good foundation of stable blood sugar when you go into that party or you're surrounded by your family and friends and all this good treats, you're more likely to keep yourself in check. So blood sugar stability is really important. Next is when you eat some good protein and fat, that also lines the gut. So if you're drinking a lot of coffee or stimulants, that's going to protect the gut from getting all irritated and infected. Next thing is the right kind of exercise. So before these parties, what you can do is engage in some type of a high intensity or interval or burst style of exercise. This is going to burn a lot of the carbohydrate in your muscles up. It's called muscle glycogen. Glycogen is stored carbohydrate. So imagine a sponge. That sponge gets full of sugar. And when that sponge is no longer full, all the sugar trying to get into that muscle with that sponge gets shot to the liver. When the liver's full, it all goes into fat. So by making sure we wring that sponge out, by burning all that sugar up during the high-intensity exercise, that's going to allow us to put more sugar back into that sponge when we go to our parties and indulge. So making sure that sponge is really wrung out, and then we can indulge a little more and have a reservoir for that sugar versus putting it in our fat cells. So the right kinds of exercise. I recommend having a low carbohydrate eating plan that whole entire day, and then do exercise either that morning or that afternoon, and then when you party that night, you'll be okay. Your metabolism will be upregulated for about 48 hours afterwards. And the next day when you get up, you can always burn off any remaining sugar that may be lingering. Again, hydration and alcohol. This is really important. So half your body weight in ounces is a really good measurement regarding how much water you should be drinking. Now when you add alcohol to the mix, for every 1 molecule of alcohol, it actually takes in causes you to excrete out 3 molecules of water. So this causes dehydration. And according to Dr. Batman Gilish in the book, Your Body's Many Cries for Waters, 1% dehydration can start to put serious stress on the sympathetic nervous system and even cause psychological hallucination. We really want to make sure hydration is good. Half your body weight in ounces. My typical recommendation is if you consume alcohol, have 1 drink of alcohol, 1 drink of water, 1 drink of alcohol, 1 drink of water. Go back and forth in that type of pattern. That will usually keep you hydrated. Also using mineral waters like San Pellegrino or the Voss or Fiji waters, or adding a little bit of sea salt can give a little bit of the extra minerals your body needs as well. Also use the right kinds of alcohol too. I find myself personally, I do a lot better on gluten-free alcohols, especially tequila and vodkas, especially Grey Goose, which are potato-based vodkas. Trying to stay gluten-free, I do a lot better. Things like wine and beers, forget about it. This for that. So this is a really good one as well. So you're around these desserts and cookies and all these things. Do your best. If your friends aren't as healthy as you, bring a dessert or two, and make sure your desserts are the healthy kind. So then you can sit there and you can eat the dessert like everyone else, like you're part of the crowd, but you know you're at least consuming something that isn't going to be that bad for you. And on my website, I have a lot of different recipes on there. Feel free to check my blog on this too. I have some links there as well. This will at least give you some good options so you can consume some foods that aren't going to be too bad for you, aren't going to throw up your blood sugar, and you'll be part of the crowd. So this for that. Sleep in winter. So the average person, I think 1900 in the book Lights Out by T.S. Wiley, the average person about 100 years ago slept about 10 to 13 hours, especially in the winter months. You have less daylight, you wake up, it's dark, and when you go home around 5 o'clock, it's dark. So it's normal to need more sleep in the wintertime. So listen to your body. Come the weekend, feel free and sleep in. Let your body do what it's got to do to recharge. Especially in these times here, we're lacking a lot of sunlight, so vitamin D can drop. So supplementing vitamin D, getting enough sleep, again, stabilizing your blood sugar, the right kinds of exercise, hydration, and alcohol. Again, try to sub the better cheats for the worser cheats. And again, sleep in winter, and I hope you liked it all in holiday colors. Any questions, feel free to shoot us an email. All information will be below in the box below. Thanks. Happy holidays.